So, what on earth am I going to do? Well, I am going to have some more code. I'm going to close general and hope that I forget about it, and main. Canvas can stay for now. Now, what on earth am I thinking about? I'm going straight for the form structure. The form class. Because it's basically the main object. But I do, before I do that, want to have another little think about whether or not I want to, I don't know, implement the extra layer of abstraction, or whatever you would call it, that I did in, that I was doing, or that I'd done, in the older version of this framework, the larger version, where all of these things that I define now, like I'll define the form class, and then I'll define a graphics class, and I'll define some other classes. Maybe. Those would be the main ones. Actually, a kind of a halfway house collision class as well. When I do that, do I want them all to extend a base object so that I can kind of deal with them en masse? And actually, as I think about it, I think I'm not going to do that. This is a more slimmed down version of this thing. It doesn't need to be editable by an editor. I'm going to just code things. So my objects, I will have an actor class, and I will have my various objects. Yeah, sorry, I'm not making a lot of sense. I'm really just thinking about it as I speak just now. But no, I'm not going to make it. I'll make it, yeah, you instantiate and remove instances of actor classes, and they deal with these other parts. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to visualize it in my mind and describe it at the same time, and it makes no sense. Anyway, what on earth is a form? And do I want to use things like this to indicate that that is a link? I think I will. Can I remember this? Is it list of type form? And no, it's not. What is wrong with that? T-list of type form. No. Oh, I can never remember things. Just things. Things are things I can't remember. And I really want to be able to look things up easily. I really honestly cannot actually remember that at all. Oh, why is that? Just why? Oh my gosh, this is really, really embarrassing. Well, maybe it's that I actually need to do this. I'm going to round that out for now. Let's see if that has made it work. Has that made it work? I can't tell. Anyway, that makes sense to me now. I think I just picked it up. I'm assuming that what I did just worked. In that, anyway, it realized that this is something that I'm defining as maybe part of this or this. Can't remember. Ugh, my brain. It's too early in the morning, really. So those are two things, as it also has. Well, now I get to the next thing, which is how much am I going to make use of Monkey's vector classes? Now, the vector classes and the matrix class, for that matter, in Monkey, are structs. They're not classes at all, they're structs, and that in Monkey means objects created on the stack, I think, rather than the pile. And also that they do what? That they pass values, not references. So if I say that one instance of a class, a struct, equals another instance of a struct, that first instance takes on the second instance's values or value rather than being having its reference directed towards the memory position of the second struct. God, I'm reminding myself as much as anything. So I guess that's really not a problem, and in a sense what I'm trying to do is just give in to using Monkey's whatever functionality Monkey provides and not worrying about it. It's just I rarely do use those internal, where on earth would it be, std geometry vec2. Yeah, vec2f is an alias for vec2 float. Okay. Having a little look down through this. My goodness. Yeah, so look, it just makes sense. It's got all operator overloading and okay. Blends one vector with another vector. Interesting. Alpha. And vec3. Okay, sorry, I'm getting completely distracted, but I guess that I am going to do this. I guess I'm just going to do it. Oh, man, it's such a question about whether or not it's worth it in this case. Sorry, I'm sitting here pondering, because I mean I could just say x position, y position. I think maybe I will, just for the sake of it. Because this is, yeah, just I think I will. All of this angle, all of this is nestled inside inside form anyway. I'm going to live to regret that. God, I really am going to live to regret it. Okay. Also, it is a matrix of type affine mat 3f. is the sort of thing this is. I know that I will have a global root form why see when I xform panel to xform widget xform tree window, that is all coming from the wrong project. Documents. Oh, it's all dodgy as heck. Anyway, I'm not going to get sidetracked. I'm going to get constantly sidetracked. So, okay. Also, it has a layer field, and it has an ultimate layer. I think these, I suppose, could be unsigned ints for what it's worth. For all the times I'm going to have billions of layers. These values are all relative to whatever its parent is, including the layer. Now, what are some of the methods? And what are some of the properties? Do I want parent to be a property? Do I want, well, oh my god, I hate thinking about things like this. Like X how does a property work again? Property, this, return this X, return X position, and here I say X position equals new X. Am I really doing this right? What have I done wrong there? Set her right. Okay, it's here. New X float. Not here. Does it need anything there? Yes, it needs this. Okay. This is boring, but this is, I think, the way I'm doing it. And I guess I can also have property position, and I can return a vec to f, return new vec to f x position comma y position. s, setter, new position, vec to f, and x position equals new position, new position x. Can I do that? Who knows? Y equals new position y. How do I get x and y out of vec2? Vec2 source, vec2 x and y. Property. Okay, oh yeah. Okay, thank you. I know this is very boring, but these are just some of the things that I kind of know have to exist. This is not the sort of thing I should be putting in a video probably, but now I have this x and y scale problem, which is, I'm already calling this x scale and y scale, but do I call it scale x? Yes, I do. Float, enter, return. I haven't been looking at my mic light, I hope it's okay. Setter, new x scale, float, x scale equals new xs, da-di-da-di-da, xs, and y scale equals new y scale. Okay, and again, property scale, vec2f, return new vec2f, x scale, oops, scale, what on earth, x scale, comma, y scale, setter, new scale, vec2f, x scale equals new scale x, y scale equals new scale y. Last all here, property angle, float, return angle, setter, new angle, float. I can tell that something is having a hard time. Think, angle equals new angle. Also, I have a feeling I can speed this up somehow, but for the time being, right. Oh, layer as well. Thank you, sir. Property, layer. Actually, no, the layer has to be an int because it's relative. It could be negative. This one could be an unsigned int, but you know something, I'm just going to make it an int. Property more like. Return layer. And that is what those things do. they don't calculate the matrix based on those things, because that's done batch-wise. Now, excuse me stretching, my back is sore. Now, another property of the form class is the parent. It is a kind of property. And it takes the form of a form. Now, setting a form's parent means adding it to its list of children. It means removing it from its current parent's list of children. Okay. Now, new parent might be null. So first, I say if new if can I return if not new parent to return? Can I do that? Well, it accepts it, but I have a funny feeling that might not be quite right, because presumably you could call this with a null reference. My little brain. Okay. But anyway, let's say it's working. Or if new p equals null, I'll just be more explicit. Actually, the first thing that I need to do is to remove this form from its current parent, because this is how you would unparent a child. My goodness, is to set its parent to null. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll say if parent, because if it's already null, that's fine. Now there's another thing I'm going to do, and that is store something called family node, and it is a list. What on earth is it? Form dot node. Nice. Equals new list form dot node, and I may as well just say equals new list form, because that is going to be created. And this is going to be, and I will not write that, it's going to be set to null anyway. Okay. God damn it, no, I don't want that. I want it to be null. This is a thing that gets created upon. If parent if family node remove parent equals Okay. Then, if there actually is a new parent to assign, I say parent, parent equals new parent, and family node equals, should I just check this? I should. Equals new parent. If new parent children, it means that list exists, because I do want to check. If it doesn't have a child list, it's just not even going to add it. You're just going to end up having no parent. I'm going to have to build in some debugging stuff, haven't I? Family node equals parent children add last self. Now the thinking behind this is that that will create an instantaneous remove, no matter how large a family is. Because the families may get large if there might be, I don't know, hundreds of items, possibly more. I don't want to have to look through a whole list of children. So if I just store the node when the parent is set. Now, what happens when a new node is created? Well, a new form is created. Like form equals new form. I think that's an okay thing to do, but it's it is an okay thing to do, as long as new is empty. But what I was about to do was consider making, by default, or within this new method, saying this new form's parent is root, rather than having to explicitly say to every new form, your parent is root. Could have a create form method. I think I have to have new being empty because I can't. I have to. I have to be able to new the root form without setting a parent because there are no other forms. Anyway, okay, I'm going to leave it at that just now, as far as that bit of it goes. There's another bit now. These are properties. Now, there is work. Can I do that? Now, the purpose of the work method is to use the local position and orientation information to construct the matrix. Actually, it's to use the position information combined with the parent's matrix to construct the matrix for the form. I will set these things, because actually X scale and Y scale need to be 1. setting these things for a purpose. Because when root is created, these are the values I want it to have. Now, work is a method. And I want to leave it clean. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is where work maybe should be. What am I trying to say? Work is not a thing I want to ever call on root. Because I want work to automatically refer to an X form's parent. Man, I really want it to. It's like there's a difference between working the root and working any other form. Technically, there's a difference between working a form with no parent and working a form with a parent. And because there are so many forms potentially needing parsed, needing worked, checking to see if a form has a parent, I'd rather be able to not have to do it. And I wonder if I just need two versions of the work method. One of which does not use the parent. I don't think, no, I think basically work is always going to refer. I'll have what'll I have? Yeah, okay. Well, damn it. I'll have gosh darn it. Come on, brain. What I'm basically saying is a resolve matrix. Again, that's probably a thing that should probably be private, but and that'll basically take a matrix. What can I do with matrix? Matrix affine mat3. Ortho, scale, rotate, transform, new. Well, I'd really like something. Well. Pardon me for. Oh my gosh. Going away into a dwam. New to string. Minus times here, multiply by these two things. Transform. Okay, I need to think for a second. What am I actually trying to do here? I'm trying to set it to be clear. Trying to can I only new it? Is it not there? This is never how okay, these are just fields. New. Why is this so hard for me to understand? To string, yeah, new. But there's nothing just to, always just newing it. It's just new, 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 new. So I guess that what it's really telling me to do is just new. New. Yeah, and when I say new, it just does that. Okay? Well, that's the way it goes. Fine, fine. Matrix equals new affine matrix 3f matrix. That really bothers me. It really, really bothers me. Man. Because I know I don't need to do that. I don't need to set aside space on the stack every time. This is stored. And I know what. Let me check. Yeah, it's a struct. Man, oh man. Okay, here we are. Here we are again. What have I been doing now? 36 minutes. So I've been at this already more than an hour, and I've already got serious doubts about. Like, I get that this is just the way Monkey 2 works. My dog is actually barking again. Okay, I'm going to take a pause. I'll be back shortly.